Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are back to Spider-Man and we have the Green Goblin action figure. This is the new one, kind of a remake of the one from Spider-Man the Animated Series from the 90s, and I actually have that figure here. So we're going to do a full unboxing and review of this figure and then kind of a comparison to this one. You can already see there's quite a difference between the two, but we'll set him aside for now. And I'll just go ahead and look through the packaging. So we got the figure here, we got the Green Goblin, got the Norman Osborn head, we've got the pumpkin bomb, and then over here we've got a picture of the Green Goblin, Spider-Man logo at the top, and then here in the back, I'll just hold it here for a second if anybody wants to pause and read any of this. It tells you here that you can swap out his head basically. You can have the Green Goblin face or Norman Osborn, picture of Green Goblin up at the top. And then the other figures in this set, we've got Spider-Man. This one looks really cool. And we gotta look at getting him. We've done Electro, they got Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy, Daredevil. I've also seen a Mysterio like this, so I may look into getting the Mysterio. Definitely gotta get the Spider-Man, but for now, let's go ahead and get this out of the package and see what we've got. I know this one was a little tricky last time, so give me just a second. Okay, there we go. Might see if I can get in here with this knife and loosen some of this up. It's been some time since we did a Spider-Man figure, so if there are any specific ones that you guys would like to see, definitely just leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to get it. I've done Carnage and Electro here recently. I thought about getting the Kingpin. I'm definitely looking at getting Mysterio, but if you have any suggestions, please let me know. We'll have more Dragon Ball Z coming up soon too. Some more Naruto on the way. I've got to get back to some of the Batman the Animated Series figures. I love those, but they just don't seem to be as popular with the viewers. But I'll go ahead and upload a few of those soon too. Appreciate all the support and views. We've got a lot of new subscribers over the last month, so I do appreciate that. Hope everybody's enjoying the videos. And as I always say, if there's any figure you'd like to see, always let me know, and I'm happy to try to get it. Always do my best to get it. Sometimes the prices vary, but I've had some luck finding good deals on eBay, so I'll just continue to try to do that. And I appreciate everybody being interactive and always positive and fun in the comment section. So let's go ahead and get out Norman's head. Let's just get a quick little zoom on that so you guys can see. Great detailing on that, even the forehead lines. So really impressed by that right off the bat. And we've got our little pumpkin. Come on, let's just get that to, there he is. So you guys can see, I get the green flames coming out. And then the figure. Sorry about that, pretty loud plastic. Set that off to the side. And here he is. Let's bring him up close. So you can see his eyes, he's got that whole deranged look going on. Great job on the ears. All little details as far as the paint, the lines. You see his eyes a little off, maybe just a smidge, but not a huge deal. He's got that evil grin. Great detailing here on the arms. See all these little scales. And even on the back here, got his little pointy cap. And all the detail there. All down the legs too. As far as articulation, this figure does a ton. So he's got this little bag here. And we'll go ahead and just leave that on for now. It's not really in the way. Let's start with his head as far as articulation. So it turns right, left, goes up quite a bit, goes down all the way. That's really neat. We can kind of see the little ball joint where you can pop off this head and put on the Norman Osborn. And then here at his, go and do the arms. So his arms go up and down, and then they rotate here. You can see the bicep, they bend at the elbow, and then his wrists also bend kind of forward and backwards, and they also turn. So a ton of movement you can do with his arms. Same thing on this arm. He bends here. He's gonna bend out, bend back, and bend forward. Rotates at the waist, and then even here his legs, so his legs do come up. He bends at the knee, his ankles, also bend, and then also here, kind of up at the thigh, you can turn his leg there as well. And same thing here. So a ton of movement, great detailing there. This little scarf neck piece rotates as well. And there's the figure from the back. And I wonder if you can actually place this pumpkin in his hand. So I guess he can hold it. You can display it like that with him holding it, but I don't know that he could necessarily be on this flying piece while holding the pumpkin. So I have to kind of play with the figure and see if we can get him set up, because it's actually pretty easy to get him set up on the flying piece. And yeah, I'm starting to notice more and more his eyes do look like they're off by just a little bit. And when you kind of glance and look away, you really notice it. When you continue to stare at the figure, maybe it's not as noticeable, but it definitely looks like they're painted off just a little bit off. Again, not a huge deal. Still a really cool figure. Really easy to fit him on this flying disc. And now let's just see if we can get the pumpkin in his hand, so I can bring the camera down and display it for you guys so you can see it up close. Give me 1 second. Let's see if we can just get that to cooperate. I'm starting to feel like it may not, but just 1 second, guys. I appreciate the patience. Let's see if we can turn his wrist out some more. Hopefully that still looks natural. There we go. All right. Let me just tilt his head up a little bit. Awesome. We'll also get a measurement on the figure. That's something I think I mentioned in the last video that I want to go ahead and do, is make sure that I can show you guys just how tall each figure is, for those of you who are interested. And so there he is, ready to take off. He's got his bomb. He's ready to go attack Spider-Man. Just a really, really cool figure. So easy to pose, so easy to get on the, I wouldn't even call it this flying, it's not a disc, but the this flying piece. Just can't think of the word right now. But really easy to fit him on there. Looks awesome with the bag he's got here. Probably got more of these little bombs in the bag, but he's ready to go. And then just comparing him to the older figure, I mean, there's no comparison. If you guys like the traditional, more classic look, yeah, you can really appreciate this, but when you compare the two, I'd say this is definitely the better figure. So let me go ahead and put the camera up, get him off this. Let's do a measurement and just a quick comparison. So 1 second. Get that in place. Now let's get him off of this. Let's take the pumpkin out of his hand. And let's see about how tall this figure stands. Say we got roughly about close to 7 inches, maybe just a little bit under. So just a little under 7 inches for this one. And then here is his comparison. So first thing I notice is just how this is kind of that light neon green, and this has more the true color of the Green Goblin. It really captures all the details. You can see here they kind of have these little engravings of the scales, whereas here they're all over his arm. As far as the faces go, this one's definitely got more of that sinister look. All the details just a little bit better, a little bit crisper. The bag, here it's actually a loose bag. Here it's just kind of painted on as a part of the figure. The purple, I'd say on this one has more of that classic, so I'm not sure what's going with the focus, more of that classic traditional look. But overall, you just can't even compare the two. This is not a bad figure. It's great for classic collectors, kind of the memories of those shows back in the 90s. But if I had to choose, I would definitely go with this as my top pick and my favorite. So thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this one. I will get him back on the flying piece and get a good photo for the cover picture. And just really quickly before we go, let's pop off the Goblin head and pop on the Norman Osborn. 1 second. Just get that on there, but off the camera. So the little ball joint can be a little bit difficult to pop pop it on. Try not to break the figure. Just not really easy to get it on, but there we go. So you can see what that looks like. Not bad actually. Maybe a little bit awkward, but not too bad. But I'll go ahead and get the Goblin head back on. Here's how it looks like with the other one. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.